Rock Pat here. Hi guys, it's another rocking day in the jungle. And man, it is another beautiful day here in Houston, Texas. Probably about 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 4. And anyway, it's about, that's the temperature. So, this is going to be a little bit of a weird video. Not really weird, let's just call it a shop update. Last weekend, transmission blew up on my truck on the way back from Livingston, or Leggett. 100-mile drive. The bad thing is, it went out. The good thing was, it still had third gear and I made it all the way back. All right. Now, the fix is I got another one on the shelf, ready to go. Just haven't got my lazy ass in there to change it. I got some other maintenance I need to do on this truck. Coming probably next weekend is when I'm probably planning on going to work on this thing. Don't worry about it too much. I got Dick Trickle right there I can ride around in if I need to. King Dick right there if I absolutely freaking need to. So the other thing I did this week, I've been doing a few little things. It's been a little bit chilly here in Houston. Been rocking it out inside the camper because, yeah, I don't like the cold, man. I'm just gonna say it. You guys have got to dig yourself out every day. Man, I don't know what the hell's up with that crap. I'd be finding some other way to fix that damn problem. I'm just saying, there's got to be a way to fix that. I'm just saying, I don't understand it. Crazy up there, man. So anyway, what I did while y'all were digging, I got me a new thermostat for this big piece of pipe that I stole from the Mexican rent house down the end of the road down there. Well, somebody moved out, they left it over there. Well, I went and liberated it, and I've had it in the back of my shop for a little while, and haven't done anything with it. When I got it down here, it's a big old thick piece of 3/8 inch steel. It's heavy. They had some weld. This was welded up here, and the rack was at a crazy angle and all that. And I decided last week, hey man, I'm gonna barbecue me some steaks. And I dug this thing out and cut it all up and everything. And I went ahead and ordered me one of these Rochester, New York, made in the U.S. of A. Tell True barbecue pit thermometers. So you got this down here where you're gonna bake your briskets, and you got this up in here where you're gonna cook your ribs. And your steakies maybe. Nah, you're probably not gonna cook the steak. I'd say ribs and chicken and stuff like that maybe up in here. And then when you want to come over, and I'd throw some hot dogs in this range over here too. But if you want burgers and you want steak and all that kind of stuff and stuff like that, you need to get it on this shot over here. But usually you want to hit for somewhere in this range, right in about 250, 275 is where I kind of like cooking my briskets, somewhere in that range. But anyway, that's another story right there. And this video is getting long. The other thing we need to look at is we have not looked at JLD. Let's just call him JLD because the YouTube just does not understand that Dick is a man's name. All I got to say. And if you don't know about King Dick there, ask me to tell you the story when I found out that I was a man that had a King Dick. And I'll tell you the story about the day I discovered my King Dick and how proud I am to have a King Dick. Back to Johnny's. So here's the color out in the sun, and I don't know if y'all can tell. Can y'all see it? But I don't like holographic flake, okay? If you're gonna be a color, be a color. Don't shift to other colors. And are y'all seeing any blue in that? Y'all tell me if y'all can see any blue, because that's making me a little upset with that. Maybe I could throw a little candy on top of this, like maybe a dark cherry or something like that, to cover that. And it might be just the edges of the flake doing it, where it maybe not have color adhesion on it. But this is the same color, and I don't ever see any blue in this. And it may be that, I don't know, I guess I do see a little blue in that. I don't know. Anyway, y'all tell me if you see any blue. But what I'm going to do today, besides yell at my dog for eating his ass, Petey, quit chewing your ass, boy. Damn, there's company around. Anyway, what I'm going to do, and I have been hee-hawing around this, and this isn't really a Johnny update, is I have been hee-hawing, cutting a little bit here and dicing a little bit there and splicing. And I have got this where I have cut I have cut the roof where I've got a little bit of relief behind it. And you can see right here where I can put my fingernail through, okay? I cut that at an angle so that this can slide in a little bit. And it needs to come in just a little bit more. But I kind of like the way I got it right here. Okay, if you look at that carefully, right now this is up underneath this by maybe about that much, okay? So that it's almost like I've got, I'm on top of it, right? So my thought there is, I like to leave that shelf right there, and if I just weld down that seam, then I can just go ahead and effectively, I guess, weld in that seam, and because it's on a corner right there, it's almost like I could just weld down that seam and then grind this way and then just put a little fill over it, and I don't think anybody's going to ever see it, and it's going to probably make it a little bit stronger than trying to where I get bad metal, trying to blow holes and making a big weld chunk and everything. So I think I'm talking myself into doing that. I've got it clecoed in and hammered in. I'm thinking that this is going to be in a good shape right here. Inside, it looks a little funky right now because I've got these wedges wedging this down to push this up so that it goes tight up against the other piece. So I think I'm going to weld it in that way and then start building this corner back up and then finesse this corner. I went in there and scraped all the rust off of this thing to pour 15 it. Like right here, I don't know if we can still see it, but there's dots of rust, okay? What those dots were is the humidity gets into these cars here in Houston, all right? And if you leave the windows up and everything, it gets a little water in there, then the afternoon sun condensates it up here on the top, and that condensation is what starts eating the roofs away from the inside, okay? And it's the same way up in here. I guarantee you that was what that and that little plastic seal that goes right here, catching dirt and water, eventually it starts holding right there and gets a little rust in there, water goes in, and that's what causes all these problems. It's not just the rust belt that gets rusty cars, okay? Because you leave these things out in the field here in Houston, the humidity gets to them. You can leave it out in Arizona, but here, man, everything's going to go back to the earth. All right, guys, well, that's what I am doing right now. I'm going to jump into this. It's an 8-minute update. A lot of it didn't have anything to do with this, that, and the other. Oh, I got one other thing. This is why I've kind of been a little lazy on Johnny this last week, was because my amp sits out here, okay? It was cold in the last week, and I was thinking, I really would like to play my guitar a little bit and practice a song. The song I'm trying to work on right now is Johnny B. Good, Judas Priest. Okay, and then there's a dude on there on YouTube. If you look up Johnny B. Good, Judas Priest, Johnny B. Good guitar lesson, check that dude that's got tabs and everything. The dude rocks it, man. Absolutely perfect playing, and I'm trying to do that myself, but I suck at this. Anyway, my amp's out here. Usually I play out here because there's the chord, right? Well, I have an extra chord. And I decided that maybe, just maybe, my dumb ass ought to just drill a hole in the wall over here in the camper and bring a damn guitar inside. So, old Broke Neck, which, by the way, with a cracked neck, is still holding perfect tune for $139. So old Broke Neck is now hanging inside here. And now I got a guitar to play in here. I can listen to the music of the YouTuber in that speaker right there. And my amp's out there and it ain't blowing the hell out of me. All right, guys. We're hanging out inside the camper right now. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been in my little camper. I built this damn thing. Okay? It took me 6 months to build this. Took it, stripped it down, and completely rebuilt it so that I'd have a little cabin in my garage. Oh, yeah, what? Spare? What is this anyway? Uh-oh. Pioneer Herb Michigan muscle cars. I knew that amp of yours looked familiar. That works too. Anyway, guys, there you have it. That's what I'm doing today. Y'all keep rocking and rolling and rolling and rocking. I'm gonna keep grinding down. Talk to y'all next time.